Never before had I noticed anything extraordinary about the window in my living room. It seemed to be a normal window through which you could look outside onto the street. People passed and cars drove by, nothing out of the ordinary. Until 2 weeks ago. I looked out of the window like I must have done 1,000,000 times before, but this time I saw a man standing on the sidewalk in front of my garden, staring in the direction of my house. I found it strange, but decided to ignore it. After 10 minutes of him continuously staring at my house, I decided it was enough. I was getting uncomfortable, so I decided I would ask him kindly to leave. He should understand that what he was doing was pretty unnerving to me. And so I stood up, walked to the hallway, opened the front door of my house, and stepped outside. The man was gone. I stepped onto the street, looking in both directions, but the man was nowhere to be seen. Confused, I stepped back inside. The man was probably just messing with me. I re-entered the living room and was baffled to see the same man standing in the exact same spot he had been standing before, staring at my house. I stared at the man for a moment, and then, all out of a sudden, I ran back outside. The man was nowhere to be seen, again. There was no way how he could have disappeared so quickly. I walked back into the living room, this time not surprised to see the man still standing in the spot. I walked to the window, hesitated, and knocked. The man didn't look up. I waved, but he didn't respond. It was like he couldn't see me. The man kept spooking through my head later that night while I was asleep. The next morning he was still standing there. Now a lady had joined him. She too was not standing outside. I could only see her through the window. It was creepy, to say the least. I had no idea what to do about it. So I tried to ignore it and continue with my life. During the following week, more and more people gathered in front of my house. Sometimes I could see them join the crowd, but most of them joined while I was at work, in the kitchen, or sleeping. However, the worst things developed during the past week. They finally seemed to acknowledge that I was there, but the sudden shift in their attention didn't feel like a positive thing. They stared at me, the whole group, a strange look in their eyes. They looked human, but something was off. Something uncanny. Like they were hungry for me. And during the last 3 days, they have been getting closer to the window. They are finally moving too. They're knocking on my window as I speak. I can't stop them. And the knocking seems to be getting more and more violent. Soon, they'll break the window.